Okay. I had a comment from a nini, which, by the way, Nini and Kelly, I had plenty of comments that people want to meet you. So one day I'm going to do a vlog with them two girls, and it's going to be over the top. But Nini asked, what was the 3 craziest moments of my life? Now, there has been many, many, many. I'm trying to think. But, okay, there was this one time I was living in Yonkers. I think I was about maybe 17. I was working as a waitress in this place called Parkside Diner on South Broadway in Yonkers. I'll never forget it, right? In there waitressing. Boss was cool. Come to find out, they were doing a movie with Mickey Rooney right down the street. It was, I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was the movie where he played like mentally challenged person or something, as I recall. Well, I told my boss, it was like, I used to work at 11 in the afternoon to like 8 at night. It was sometime between 12 and 1. I said, I'll be back. Where you going? I'm going to see Mickey Rooney. It was literally a block and a half from the diner. I took off my apron, I ran down there. They had people all around, everything. Me, no shame. I scooted my way right there. Knew exactly where it was. It was on Elliott and Morris, right in that little corner thing. And I saw him. Oh, I was amazed. He was doing he was on camera doing a scene. And then when they stopped, people, it wasn't that many, but I was so excited. I had my checkbook from the diner and a pen. I ran up to him. People around him. I scooted my way in there. Nothing could stop me. I was like, Mr. Rooney, oh my goodness. I watched all your movies growing up with my mom. Can I please have your autograph? Honestly, he was the rudest. Get away from me. I'm working. I looked at him. I was so in shock. And I was like, what? I'm asking you for an autograph. And he turned to whoever, I guess his bodyguard, said, get her away from me. And it just, back then I had temper. It just bothered me. I was like, what? I'm here to get your autograph. Like, I'm praising you. And you won't give me your autograph? And he was acting so, whatever. Yes, I did. God forgive me. And he rest in peace. I was like, fuck that. You ain't that fucking great anyway. I was so upset. And I still walked and I was like, that's fucked up. I couldn't believe I was talking the way I was talking, but it just bothered me. We're his fans. I mean, you there because all the fans through your life, but maybe it was a bad day for him or whatever. Afterwards, I felt bad, but at the moment, I was like, that's fucked up, da-da-da. After that, I was like, fuck that. It just turned me off. That was one of the craziest moments I'll always remember for the rest of my life. Another second craziest moment, I'll never forget it. It was my mom's birthday. I think it was her 50th birthday. There was this place in Yonkers. It was called, it was down by the train station. I can't remember it now. But they had like a male stripper night. So she had a good girlfriend she worked with named Ellen. So in the diner, some diner they worked at. So I told Ellen I'm going to take her, my mom, me, and a couple of her other friends to this bar. I didn't let my mother know. It was like a night with guys, like Chippendale guys. We go in there, and I used to love to party with my mother. My family hated her drinking. I loved it because, man, we sat at the table. I bought her balloons. I had them have a cake for her, right? Here comes the fellas on stage. My mother's face was in shock. Her drink was 7 and 7, but she was already lit. And you know how they show the dollar bills over the people? Man, I took out a 20, and I was putting it over my mother's head. And she kept looking at this one guy. So I got up and I went to the guy, whispered in his ear. I was like, it's my mom's birthday. Please, here, take this 20. I'll give you another 20. I was like, don't make it obvious. So the next song, Honey, he came right up to her. I was waving that 20. And he went up to her like right there. He was doing it. My mother, at first she was in shock, but she liked it. He was in her face, and look, she was like rubbing his butt, and you're not supposed to touch them. And the guy didn't get me. I said, let her do it. I'll give you another 20. Me, her friend Ellen, I forget who. There was a couple of other people she worked with. They were older ladies. I was younger. My mother had the best time of her life, and those guys were so nice to her. And it made her night. That was a crazy night, too, because the more she drank after the show they all came talking to her. She swore she was going to go home with them, but it was the best. I was so happy she had a good night. That was another crazy night, only because it made my mother feel good. Now, another crazy night. Oh, I remember. There's plenty, but this is what my husband, yes, Luigi, he was a DJ. When I met him, that's how I met him. And then when we got together, he used to DJ at all these clubs. I had my baby yet or nothing. And I remember he went to go DJ at this club. It was like the borderline of Yonkers and Bronx, called Barrymore's. And me and my friend Jonah Couch, I'll never forget her. He was there, and I didn't let him know I was going. Me and Jonah showed up. We walk in, da-da-da. It was huge. We down on the floor. We're sipping. We're dancing. I'm looking up. He seen me. But this chick that knew me, not well, but knew that we were together, me and Luigi, up there talking to him. I see her going like this, touching her. That's all that I needed to see. Man, that drink, I said, Jonah, hold this drink. I walked right up there. And my husband knew how I was. He looked at me and said, oh, Lord. And I just pushed her out the way. I said, excuse me. I said, you know me. You know we together. What the hell are you doing? And she did not care. She was like, well, it ain't like you're really married. I was like, bitch, we married. Step the fuck off before I throw you over this thing. My husband was like, oh, Charlotte, calm down, calm down. I was like, hell no. That's so disrespectful. Here come the bouncers, da-da-da. I'm like, not grabbing me, but, trying to make me go. No, make her go. I didn't touch her yet.